Show is celebrating Martin Luther King Day in a very unusual way. You want to explain, Anthony? I don't even know what the hell he's doing. But
I think they're doing a Fear Factor thing. They had Al Roker on some kind of a crane. He was on the end of a cable, swinging back and forth, throwing fish at a woman.
And she was trying to catch it
in a bucket. That's a hell of a way to celebrate MLK Day. To have Al Roker swinging, throwing fish at a woman. What the hell is that about? There he is. They're letting him down now. Look at him go.
It is absolutely horrific.
I know.
Or was that Jill Rappaport? Old horse-faced Jill Rappaport?
Oh, she really is a horse-faced ass.
Al Roker.
Watch, Al, you may spook her. No pun.
Al is just swinging.
What's that sign?
From a crane.
What's that sign? Winked at a white lady.
Oh, wow. Are you insane? Could you please pot up the TV so we could listen to the audio?
Holy Jesus.
Right here's the audio?
You are horrible.
Well, I'm not saying I agree with it, but I'm saying that is an unfortunate reality.
Anthony, Al Roker's swinging from a crane, and
I know.
They just jury rigged the TV so we could listen to what's going on. Yeah.
Good.
Hey, that's not it.
I guess they were playing that music when he was doing that?
No, that's not
That's
it.
odd.
That's for the next segment when we
Wow.
talk about old
cartoons. Old cartoons.
Huh.
Getting a lot of things confused today.
That one didn't work.
That Jill Rappaport really is atrocious.
Isn't she?
All right, let's say hi to Mark Patrick. Yeah. Hey, Mark.
Hey, just a reminder on this Martin Luther King Day, no trash pickup today, and your bank's going to be closed, and no mail pickup
right.
or delivery. So, hey, good morning to you.
Good morning
Good
to
morning.
you, Mark.
Hi.
Is there anything better than watching local newscasts on days like today, just so they remind every dumbass in the world that there's no bank open today?
Yeah, they got to remind you. Just in case you were on your way, make a deposit on Martin Luther King Day, and you get there, and all of a sudden,
don't forget, coming up on April 15th, it's my understanding, this is the last day you can file your tax return.
Yeah, they stay.
So we're going to be live, local and late breaking there at 11 o'clock at the post office. Is all the prognosticators, is that what they call them? No, I believe, Steve, that would be not, that would be people that predict things. Well, whatever it is, let's throw it back to you, but we're going to be live.
We're going to be live at the post office every single year, you're right.
What you don't know about your taxes could kill you.
Right.
Coming up at 11.
Dun, 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 dun.
Although having Al Roker swing on the Today Show is fresh.
Yeah, that is. I've never seen that before.
I've never seen that to celebrate the divisional playoffs. What, Al Jolson's not available on Martin Luther King?
I know, right? Unbelievable.
Yeah, well.
Hey, what'd you think about the games? How was his prediction?
Wait,
Do we have them?
I don't think we have them because, we
didn't write that down?
I was 3 for 4. I missed New England, Indianapolis.
All right, well, why don't we start with the Who Cares game, Atlanta and St. Louis.
Yeah. If it weren't for the Mike Martz cutaways, I don't know that anything would be worth watching in that.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know.
Who won that? Who cares? I don't even know.
Atlanta won that.
Atlanta beat St. Louis 47-17.
47-17.
So you really don't have much on that game, right? It's the Who Cares game.
All they did was show that they had a running game that a lot of people maybe weren't aware of. Now everybody's buying into that, but see, everybody is also forgetting St. Louis has no defense, so I don't know that they're going to be able to go in and do that at Philadelphia next weekend.
Yeah, I think Philadelphia's going to the Super Bowl, my friend.
Yeah, I think so. I think we've got an East Coast matchup. I don't think it will be intra-state. I think it'll be New England and Philly.
That would be great. All right, well, let's get into it. My Jets, because
Yes.
I'm on the team. I just didn't get in there. Saturday.
Were you ready to throw things through the TV for a couple of different reasons?
Oh, it was just ridiculous.
How do you miss those field goals if you're an NFL kicker?
Well, yeah, that's your whole job. You just sit there on the sideline waiting to come in to do, to make that
That's it.
make that kick. I have this theory though, man. I mean, that guy, what's his name again?
The guy that
Raphael
missed the kick?
Septien?
Huh?
Matt Bryan.
Yeah, Matt Bryan. We explained earlier that we're like, this is how sports should be done on the radio. Like, it's just guys that kind of get the names wrong. And
we're like, that guy, what was his name back then?
'Cause
Remember? I think he played for...
Well, you mean, in other words, do it on the radio the way Dick Enberg and Dan Dildorf were doing it?
Yeah, exactly.
Hang on, you want to talk to Dan?
Yeah, let's talk to Dan. Ooh. He's a prop
I have the
comic.
world's largest Rolodex. Whenever we need to talk to somebody, we can always... CBS, Dildorf.
That's it, huh?
Is this Opie, Anthony?
Yeah, what's up, Dan?
I heard you sissy boys complaining about what was going on out there. Complaining about the New York football Jets. Cup check. Oh, they obviously just didn't have what they needed in that one. Are you fellas wearing your cups this morning? I didn't hear you check them.
Thanks, Dan.
Cup check. Oh. Well, now Dan's got on his metal cup.
All right. Well. Yeah. All right. So my theory was that what's his name there was on the sideline, practicing his kicks because he knew he was going in there.
Who,
Yes.
Darryl Stingley?
Oh, wow.
Nice.
And he had that little stupid tripod thing, so he was on the sideline by himself, just kind of kicking by himself. And I don't know. I don't think he felt like he was part of the team. Like the Steelers, when that guy's on the sideline kicking, he has a guy that actually holds the ball for him, and he could give him words of encouragement. And it just seemed like it made more sense instead of having this lonely field goal kicker on the sideline with his little tripod.
A guy like Brian has been with about 10 different teams.
Yeah.
So guys know vagabonds like that. So they don't bother getting to know him. It's just like the kicker,
Right. Well.
In a practice, they never hang out. I mean, they just go to their own little area with the punter. It's almost like
They're not even really part of the team, are
an
they?
alternative lifestyle club among NFL guys.
You got to imagine like the linebackers and the running back. I mean, pretty much every other member of a football team just doesn't even think that what they do is important.
No, and that's what's great when somebody like Vanderjagt mouths off about the other team during the course of a week. His team has to really adore that.
Yeah, because he just goes in every once in a while and kicks. That's it.
And
He's
then
not in the
doesn't
trenches
think it's
getting his
where he's
ass
supposed
kicked.
to,
Yeah.
Doug
which
Bryan.
is a nice touch.
That's it. Doug Bryan.
Doug
Yeah,
Bryan?
Doug Bryan.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what we're getting at?
Yeah.
All right, so, Ant and I were saying earlier, he misses the first one, and then obviously he's going to overkick the second one, and that's why he pulled it.
Well, the amazing thing, you could tell it was getting to him because he's over on the sideline, and the camera's there, and did you hear him? He said, "Go away."
Uh-oh, that ain't good.
No, if you're noticing the camera when you're warming up with your little tripod holder,
Yeah.
not good.
Not good, right? Yeah, you're not in the game.
Yeah, we figured his second kick was pretty similar to the first, and he knew he came up short on the first, so he really figured, I gotta really boot this thing. And when you do that, it's over, Johnny.
Yeah, see, this is regular guys speaking sports. That's all we think it was. He just
We look deep into the psychological.
He just overcompensated.
Yeah.
So then you got the Eagles kicking Minnesota's ass 27-14.
That was less than the only thing astonishing in that again was Randy Moss and his hair.
Yeah.
I still cannot get over his hair.
Yeah, his huge afro.
It is amazing.
It beats all existing records. There was a small Cuban family found living in it after the game.
Yeah, why is the afro coming back?
Of all the things that come back,
Haven't these guys watched old ABA footage? There's no reason to bring the afro back, but it's slowly but surely coming back into sports.
And why is it every year that the disgusting Vikings start off strong and then just die? They die every year.
They were 6-0 a year ago. Didn't get in the playoffs.
They really are just an awful organization.
I think Red McCombs really wants that. He's their owner. I think he's actually the guy that's the owner of. I think it's the natural where the owner wants the team to lose.
Why?
so that he can, move the team.
Oh, okay.
I think it's in that. It's the theme of a couple of different movies. I know it's. I believe it's in Major League as well.
Major League, yes.
The owner of the Cleveland Indians wants the team to do really badly so she can move the team.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's that kind of that old theory, but I think that's the deal with Red McCombs. He really doesn't want them to succeed so he can move them to L.A. so they don't get a stadium deal in Minnesota, and he gets the big bucks to move out to the West Coast. I think that's what's going on there. It's the only explanation as to why Mike Tice could possibly be coming back as coach.
And why would L.A. get another football team? That whole stupid city has done nothing but lose teams. They don't deserve a team. They're not football fans. They're a bunch of West Coast fairies, and all they do. I mean, the Rams came there. I mean, they lost the Raiders. They just stink.
You know, if the Vikings move, that's going to be what they're called, the West Coast Fairies. Did you know that?
Good name.
They've already got them in the NFC Central Division. And hello again, everybody. The West Coast Fairies and the Green Bay Packers. A lot of similarities here, Dan Dildorf. Nobody cares in L.A. You guys have spent time out there. Nobody cares about sports out there.
They don't care about anything out there.
No, all they care about is, what we were seeing last night on the Golden Globes.
Yeah. All right. And
but this would give Robin Williams a new opportunity, wouldn't it? Football.
All right. And
you can make props out of it. Take 2 footballs. Look, I put them under my shirt and I'm making breasts.
Oh, Robin, look, a helmet. What's that good for?
Oh, I could put it on my head and use it as a helmet. I'm a genius. But that's what everyone does with it. Yes, but when I do it, it's hysterically funny.
Welcome to Inside the Actors Studio.
Isn't that awful? Just has to
you
grab
see him on
everything and
Inside
make
the
a
Actors
prop.
Studio?
No.
He's very nice to me.
I know he's very nice
Relax.
to you, Jimmy, and shut up. I know he's going to do something for you someday, so you got to be nice to him.
Yeah, everybody
I
knows that
understand.
you're not making fun of Robin Williams. It's Anthony.
I like him.
We're laughing with him.
All right, and finally the Pats and the Colts.
Have they played?
A lot of people saying that this was a surprise win for the Patriots.
Surprise?
Well, it was.
Well, the Colts were heavily.
If you listen to people who thought they knew what they were talking about, like me.
Yes, you actually picked the Colts.
Yes, if you actually thought that you knew what you were talking about, like me and about everybody else on television that was talking about this game, really thought that the Colts had arrived as a football team, and they proved all of us incorrect yesterday because the Patriots are still, when it comes down to it, probably the best team in the NFL. Pretty frightening when they really need to play football. And when it comes down to playing football, they're the most physical team, they're the smartest team, and I think by far the most well-coached team, which is kind of amazing because Bill Belichick has the personality of a wart.
He really does. He shows no emotion ever.
Which, it's amazing because when he first became a head coach in Cleveland, that was a huge problem. And I don't know if he's learned from that experience or what, but when the Patriots actually fought the Jets and gave up draft choices so that they could get this guy to be their head coach, I thought, how stupid are you people? And yet it's proven to be one of the great hires of all time, which is pretty amazing.
What about? I'm a Cowboy fan, and what about the rumors that next year?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I realize it's not going to be good for quarterback because they said that currently Testaverde is working in a massage parlor, giving happy endings, and he threw an interception.
Well, it's my understanding though that President Bush has called upon Vinny to head over to Iraq to overthrow some of the guerrillas. And hello again, everybody.
So did Manning choke or what?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much, right?
He's just Bill Belichick
Again, he
in
choked.
his head like no one else.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, all of a sudden, a team that did nothing but throw the ball downfield all year long is throwing dink passes and trying to run.
Right.
And I don't know how much the weather was a factor in that, but
could you please call them Mark? Could you please call them Asian passes? We don't really like the racial epithets.
What did he say?
He said dink passes, and the proper term is Asian passes.
Or if you're running a slant.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
Keep it nice.
And hello again, everybody.
All right, so who goes to the Super Bowl, Mark?
I just think it's New England and Philadelphia.
Oh, yeah, you said that earlier.
Yeah.
Okay, very good.
Yeah.
All right.
Although if I were smart like Dan Marino, I would make different picks on every show I'm on.
Does he do that?
Yeah.
Oh, he picks somebody on. He picks the Colts on Inside the NFL, and then on Sunday, I like New England.
Did he really do
Oh
that?
yeah, he's done that for like 3 years. It's like, Dan, there are people that watch both shows.
That's hilarious.
Do you do a Dan Marino impression?
Man, I wish I did. I'd get laid more, huh?
Yeah.
All right, Mark, thank you so much.
Thank you, boys.
We got to get back to the Golden Globes audio here. We got Joan and Melissa audio.
By the way, do you think Joan had enough new poison in her lips and stuff? She couldn't even move her face anymore, could she?
Oh, you're
She had so much Botox.
Botox.
How amazing was that? It's like she just got shot up for the awards.
I do believe it was quite amazing.
I love it when they come back to it, and the drool is just falling. she can't even feel the drool going down her mouth.
LOL.
And those great people are just like, they're so nice they don't say anything to her, but during the break it's like, Joan, really, a napkin or something, please.
Nice. All right, Mark, thank you so much.
Thank you, boys.
We'll talk to you next week.
Hey, I insist you take the rest of the day off.
Oh, thank you.
No problem.
All right, there you go.
Hey, Mark.
Yes.
Matt from Jersey, what's up, Matt?
Nailed.
Yeah, I just want to, that was tough to follow, but Opie, when you kicked Chester, did you use a tripod or did a teammate hold it?
Opie, was there someone there coaching? Or was Chester on a tripod? The guy wants to know.
Very funny.
Where is my Chester?